Yo, YouTubers and Artists Darkness, also known as Circuit Chin of Color Struck, also known as Johnny Cross. Guys, this is for the guys. Guys, I need to have this conversation with you guys because I know too many women of color, sisters, or even just women in general, where their very first sexual experience as a teenager is traumatic for them, right? It could even have been a consensual thing, but it's still traumatic for them. It's not a great memory for them. And some of you guys need to understand that your actions when you were younger may have traumatized somebody, right? A lot of people, I get a lot of people don't understand power structure and things of that nature when they're younger. Or what's it called? Peer pressure, for that matter. People don't understand peer pressure to an extent. But unfortunately, I've heard, I feel like most of the women I've dated, most of the women I've loved, have a story about some guy pushing up on them, or like their boyfriend peer pressuring them, or someone peer pressuring them into doing sexual acts, especially when they were either a teenager or when they're younger, along them lines. Guys, you need to understand again that your first sexual interaction may have been good for you, but the person, the other parties in that situation, it may not have been a enjoyable experience, or even it might enjoyable, and worst case scenario, it might have been traumatic for that other person. I've had too many conversations with two different parties, and this is not, this is not recent. This is as time went on, because I've always been the friend that everybody comes to talk to, because I guess I'm easy to talk to, and I'm easy to give advice to, and I'm easy, I've heard too many people say that their first experience was kind of traumatic for them, or especially women, traumatic for them. Not just women, men as well, because I have a story that I might tell in a little bit. I just want men, again, and I'm gonna keep reiterating this, that just because it was good for you does not mean it was good for her. Just because it was good for you does not mean it was good for her. I'm seeing too many wrestling relationships or wrestling situations where a guy basically peer pressured a younger wrestler, female, whether into a consensual thing. They peer pressured her into something that resembles consensual, but it wasn't. I've heard too many excuses. It's like, well, I might have been terrible at this and this and this, but it was consensual. But I mean, is it really consensual if you peer pressured them into it, or powered your way into their pants? Is it really consensual at that point? It really isn't. If you use your power, especially in wrestling, because wrestling vets are notorious for using their power to get what they want, because they got abused so much and hazed so much that they're entitled to whatever it is that they want now, because they went through it. Now it's somebody else's turn to get hazed and peer pressured into something they don't want to do. So I'm seeing too much of that, and it needs to stop, and hopefully it stops in wrestling, and I'm hoping God that it stops. But guys, I mean, again, I think this is pretty much it. I don't think I need to tell that story. If you want to know that story, I'll tell that story, because it's kind of funny, but not really, because I mean, technically I was sexually assaulted by someone out of nowhere who had a crush on me, and because I was scared of women at the time, still am kind of scared of women, because I was scared of women, I didn't know what to do, and my thought process was immediately, hey, if I tell her to get off of me, she's gonna make fun of me. She's gonna tell people that I'm a joke, or that I didn't let this and I was scared of girl and I'm scared of pussy and that whole bullshit. That was my thought process as a teenager. And my other thing was like, oh, just accept it, because otherwise what's going to happen afterwards? And I'm thinking about this the whole time while things are happening. So anyway, yeah, guys, understand that your first sexual experience may have not been great for the other party. Understand that, okay? At the very least.